Today we are going to look into a topic called fluids. Fluids can be asked in short notes, and it's an important topic with the relation of NEET MDS. It's very important to draw this diagram on the top when it's asked in short notes. This diagram is mandatory. Shear stress is basically viscosity, whereas shear rate is when we apply a tension on the fluids. How does the viscosity of the fluid responds? Basically, that is the first point. How does the viscosity is varied? That is how the dilatant, newtonian and pseudoplastic nature of the fluids are present. So let me explain each of them. Dilatant fluids are when the shear rate is increased, dilatant fluids viscosity is also increased. So both of them are directly proportional. Here is that point. And then Newtonian is basically they are constant, and even if you increase the shear rate or if you decrease the shear rate, Newtonian fluids are left unaffected, whereas pseudoplastic fluids are different. Actually, what happens is when the shear rate is applied, pseudoplastic fluids will behave like they will behave totally opposite. They will behave inversely. If the shear rate is increased, the viscosity of the pseudoplastic materials will decrease. When the shear rate is decreased, the viscosity of the pseudoplastic fluids are increased. So it's inversely proportional. So you can very well get it from this diagram. Okay, so let me tell some examples for each of them. So when it comes to Newtonian fluids are basically our impression materials. When it comes to pseudoplastic, it becomes quite interesting. Pseudoplastic fluids are basically syringe fluids. Let me tell you. When the impression materials is carried through the syringe, and when the syringe is loaded by the operator into the tray, the impression materials are forced through the nozzle. So what happens? The shear rate here is increased. At the same time, the viscosity is decreased, and then it readily floats into the impression tray, and we can take the impression. So that is an example of pseudoplastic. Then comes dilatant. Dilatant fluids are directly proportional to viscosity. So here we have examples of fluid-based resins. Fluid-based denture resins. So when we use the fluid-based denture resins, what happens is the shear rate, when we decrease the shear rate, the viscosity is not much. But when we apply some tension and when we apply some shear rates over the fluid denture based resins, what happens? The denture hardens. The denture base hardens, and then we will get a good proper denture. So that is an example of dilatant fluids. So I hope you understood this topic. This is very important topic. If you have any doubts, please let me know in the comment section. Thank you.